Good morning. I thought I'd jump on again whilst I'm going for my morning walk. So for anybody who's new watching me, my name is Kate and I am a trauma and narcissism informed clinical hypnotherapist, practitioner and coach, and I help women to break free, break through and flourish to a happier and brighter future that is free from the overwhelming effects of trauma and the stresses of life. Now, what I thought I'd do is I'd just talk to you about why. I mean, we all know, we all hear the importance of, you know, a good morning routine and everything. But I just want to sort of talk about why a good breakfast habit and a good mindfulness practice can really benefit your health overall and how you feel through the day. Now, how we start our day off feeling is generally how the rest of the day is going to pan out. Obviously, there can be exceptions to the rule there where curveballs can be thrown out of nowhere. But when we are regulated, we cope with these challenges an awful lot better. Now, when you are dysregulated, this impacts the vagus nerve. Okay, so when we're in our fight or flight response and our senses are being triggered by our senses around us, that alerts the amygdala, and the amygdala, which is our fear center, alerts the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve sends a signal right down to the gut and instructs it to shut off, essentially, along with other instructions as well. I mean, it also impacts our, slows down our immune response, it slows down our organ function, it hinders our ability to regulate inflammation. It has all sorts of negative consequences when the good old amygdala alerts the vagus nerve of danger. But it's only designed to be a short-term fix. It's not designed to be a long-term thing. It's designed, if you think of it as an animal in the wild that needs to get out of that's been chased by a predator and is running away to save its life, or going into attack to save its life. It's only designed to get you out of that jam. It's not designed to be an ongoing thing, which is generally what happens with us humans. We can't switch off that. We can't put the brakes on the sympathetic system quite as easily, which is why we need a good routine to, and a morning one is absolutely key there. So even if you are eating healthily, if you are in your sympathetic system, then your digestive system has been instructed to shut down. You're not going to break down those foods effectively, which is going to contribute to more inflammation. You're also not going to absorb those nutrients as effectively. So, all sorts of problems occur. So a good mindfulness exercise in the morning prepares your body, prepares your gut, ready to take on the most important meal of the day. And you probably heard this saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it really is. And it's actually one, because although I do delve into the wonders of the mind now, one of my original backgrounds is nutrition, and I do integrate this into this work that I do today as well. So breakfast is one thing. I don't know who's on, by the way. Oh, hi, Anne. Breakfast is one meal that so many people get wrong. I mean, literally, probably most of the population, the world population, get this one wrong. You know, the key things that most people go to for breakfast is a heavily dense carbohydrate breakfast, and usually it's sometimes it's high in sugar as well. So either they're having, maybe they think, you know, even if they think that they're having a healthy breakfast, maybe they're big into juicing and they're having a heavily fruit dense juice. That juice is obviously full of fructose. Yes, it's one of the, you know, a healthy sugar, but unfortunately that is going to spike your insulin levels and could contribute to inflammation. Now, although you're maximising the nutritional absorption from obviously the vitamins in the fruit juice that you've made, it's that rapid insulin hit that's going to cause massive problems. Having fruit, just eating fruit normally, yeah, is fine, as long as it's a reasonable portion size. Because again, I mean, if anybody's diabetic, one thing that, you know, is a massive no-no is having too much fruit, because you can really spike your insulin levels that way. And it's, you know, it's one area that really catches an awful lot of people out. So, you know, I mean, I generally don't have an awful lot of fruit these days, because I don't really do juices now, because since I've had my ileostomy, just because it increases my output. So that's on the back burner until my wonderful surgeon can can reverse me and put my tummy back together. But when I did do juices, I used to weigh out my fruit elements. And I never used to really go over the 15 grams of sugar, maybe 20 at a push in one serving, in one meal. Anything more than that is too much of an insulin spike. You know, I mean, if you bear in mind that the average adult daily allowance of sugar is no more than 35 grams of sugar. It you know, and a large orange consists of about 35 grams of sugar. It just shows you how easy it is to go over your sugar daily allowance with fruit alone. So, you know, so that's an area where you need to be careful of, particularly in the morning, because obviously mornings are a time that, you know, most people are more inclined to have some fruit. The other thing that you need to be making sure you're having, obviously the carbs are important, because obviously again it's, you know, it's between the carbs and the sugar that is going to produce insulin, and it's the insulin that tops up our energy stores to produce energy. That's what we need to get us through the day. So so obviously so some carbs, depending on how active you are, and obviously you've got to make sure you're getting the right carbohydrates. So you need to be going for the complex carbohydrates, not the simple carbohydrates. Those obviously need to be included. And protein. Protein is the one area that people miss out. They miss it out in the mornings. They'll maybe have the fruit, they'll maybe have the slice of toast, so they're getting the carbs, but they won't have the protein. We need to be having a balanced diet for every single meal. So, you know, protein is a big part of that, because it's going to help you maintain lean muscle. It's going to repair the tissues. It's very, very, very important. And so many people don't have enough protein throughout their day to support maintaining lean muscle and the repair process. And this can contribute. If you're having a problem with your weight, that can contribute to that. That can be a big reason. So yeah, you need to be, making sure that you're having a balanced diet in the mornings. Maybe look at having around about, no less than 15 grams of protein in the morning. But obviously no more than 25 grams of protein, because the excess you just won't absorb at all. So there's a maximum in each portion, in each serving, that the body can break down and absorb. So you really need a balanced, healthy breakfast to support the body's natural functions. And you also need a good morning routine to, one, set your day off in the right direction, where you are more regulated and able to deal with challenges better. But also, by having a good morning routine and doing this before regulating yourself before you have your breakfast, will mean that the breakfast that you are having is having maximum benefit to you, because you're able to break it down, because you're less likely to be in your sympathetic system, and your digestive system will be operating effectively. So I hope you found that useful. I have an interview this morning at 11 o'clock, which is one of my first interviews. I'm very excited. So I'm going on my walk to get myself regulated. This is something I do like to put the time to one side. Sometimes I don't always have the have the opportunity to do things in the morning first thing. I do try to do a meditation first thing in the morning though, but obviously depending on whether Sophia's woken up too early, and because I've got so much going on at the moment, with obviously developing this and court stuff, and I've got loads and loads of things going. I've got literally a short amount of time while Sophia's in school or holiday club, as it is at the moment, to get things done. I can tend to just go straight onto doing stuff when I wake up, which is really not good. It's not a good routine. But the thing is, as soon as I've dropped her off, if I've done that, I will go straight out for a walk. So I'm always getting something in first thing in the morning to make sure I'm regulated before I start to do something through the day. And if I know I don't have time for a walk in the morning, to get myself regulated that way, then I will always make sure that I wake up, even if I am doing a meditation with the headphones on and she's awake, and I'll just get her to put her headphones on the laptop or something, or the iPad, so it's not disturbing me. I will always do that because it's so important. I know if I don't do it, my day is going to be impacted. And when I've got so much to do, and I can't afford to be in the emotional part of my brain too frequently. I have to commit the time to do that. So I'm going to jump off now. I hope you found that useful. I haven't had a sit by the river today, only because it's drizzling now. It's a little bit drizzling, so I don't really want to get caught in the rain. So I'm going to sign off now. Let's put some bilateral music on and do my process, my basic process to which integrates the havening techniques that I'm trained in, and get myself. I mean, I'm regulated now, but you know, just to really ground myself and get myself prepared for this interview. So I hope I'll speak to you all again soon. I have a little workshop due to go on. It's free. I don't know who's on, by the way. Say hi. I'm about to jump off now to catch the replay. Yeah, I've got a little workshop going on the 12th of August, just to take you through some useful tools that you can use to get used to understand your own system better, and understand your children's nervous system better, because one thing young children struggle to do is articulate how they are feeling, particularly when the red mist has dropped. Oh, it was Christina. So there's that tool. That's that tool I'm going to go through with you as well. When you register, you actually get access to the visual that you would use for that exercise, and I'll take you through it properly when I do the workshop. And then I'm also going to take you through a guided meditation exercise, guided meditation stroke visualization process that you can use again for yourself, and you can adapt that for your kids to make the system feel safe. It's a really lovely, nurturing exercise that you can do with yourself. You know, and I will record it, so if you find it easier listening to me guiding you, which some people do, I know I do. I actually find it easier having listened to somebody that's guiding me. So I listen to a lot of recordings that my wonderful friend Jacqueline Haley does, who is a fabulous hypnotherapist, and she specialises in trauma also, and she's supported me on this journey, like, gosh, more than anybody I could even say. I mean, I just love her so much. So if you're watching, Jacqueline, I love you. So yeah, if you want to sign up for that, please do. And I will. The link actually is in the post below on my page, where I've got the banner for this interview that I'm doing, that I'm on at 11 o'clock today. So it's on that post. So if you, in fact, I might just put it in my bio as well, in my linkage as well. So in my bio section. So yeah, just grab that, register for it. It'll take you to a messenger bot, and you can access those downloads. You'll be able to access the Facebook group, and I'll be obviously sending out a reminder to remind everybody of the workshop. And there's no need to worry if you can't attend at 11 o'clock on that day, because it's going to be in the group anyway. You can catch up. But obviously the benefit of coming on live, if you are able to, is that you can interact with me, and you can get the opportunity to ask me any questions and things like that. So obviously on a you can always ask a question as well in the group, but I would like it if somebody could come on live. So I'm not talking to just a screen. Anyway, I'm going to jump off now, and I shall catch you all again soon. Have a great day.